You need to wait?
No?
Okay.
Whatever you're ready to say. Police chief said. No? No? Police chief is on. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you very much for coming down on such short notice. And I do have to say, everything I'm giving you right now is very preliminary. This just all happened this afternoon, but I want to make sure that the citizens of Saskatoon and the media know what happened here this afternoon. So once again, it's very preliminary. Some of the facts I give you may or may not alter as the investigation goes on, but I feel it's very important as the chief to relay the message. The Saskatoon Police Service continue their work at the scene of an incident in the 500 block of Avenue Q North. The incident is now being investigated by members of the Major Crime Unit. Preliminary investigation shows that shots were fired by members of the Saskatoon Police Service. A request has been made to the Department of Justice to assign an agency to provide oversight. At approximately 9:15 a.m., October 6, 2016, police officers attended to a residence in the 500 block of Avenue Q North after reports of a break-and-enter in progress. The owner reported seeing an unknown person inside the residence and also alerted officers that he stores several firearms and ammunition inside the house. Members of patrol, tactical support, and the Canine unit attended and began clearing the residence. Officers located a man inside the bedroom of the residence and observed him to be in possession of a long-barreled firearm. Our officers engaged with the suspect. Shots were fired. Officers then exited the residence and established a perimeter. Following the exchange, related attempts by police to make contact with the suspect inside were not successful. At approximately 4:30 p.m., officers made entry into the bedroom and located a deceased male. I'd also like to thank the RCMP who gave assistance here this afternoon with their tactical team and their armored rescue vehicle. They were great help on the perimeter and actually searching the house afterwards. And I'm certainly open to any questions that I can answer, but I would remember that is very preliminary and I don't know a lot of facts about the investigation right now.
Can I ask you first, you say that your officers engaged with the suspect and shots were fired.
Yes.
Were all those shots from the firearms of police officers, or did any shots come through the firearms?
We're not too sure if the suspect had fired or not. We do know that our officers did fire.
Go ahead.
Was the long-barreled firearm from the homeowner or from the person who broke in?
We don't know.
Was the deceased male, was that self-inflicted gunshot wound?
That's what we don't know. We don't know exactly what the cause of death is. We do know that our officers did fire at him, but we don't know what the cause of death is.
Could you guys provide us some information in regards to why a second oversight, agency has been requested through the Ministry of Justice?
Okay. That's stipulated by the Department of Justice. Whenever there is a police-involved shooting or a serious injury, we have to notify the Department of Justice, and they always assign another agency to have oversight.
Was it at any point prior to 4:30 when you entered the house speculated that there was a deceased male inside?
We didn't know. We didn't know if he was still holed up and barricaded inside the bedroom. We didn't know until we could clear the house.
And to confirm, the deceased male that was found inside, is that the suspect that the complainant had reported to you guys?
We don't know that for sure. We believe it is, but we don't know for sure.
How many shots were fired by police?
We don't know yet.
If you weren't sure if it was inflicted by him, were there any noises or shot noises between the time you guys left the house and when you found the deceased?
I don't have that information. As I said, this is very preliminary. We've called this press conference as quickly as we could to give you the most up-to-date information that we have.
Now, all the firearms that the male had, were they legal, registered, all that kind of stuff?
As far as we know, they were, I don't know if they were registered, but he did let us know that he did have firearms, that they would be in a locked, safe place, and the ammunition was in a different part of the house, is what he told our officers.
Is the homeowner in any way known to police or involved?
I can't answer that right now.
Chief, we heard reports that a canine dog of yours was shot. Can you confirm that information?
That one of our dogs was shot?
Yes.
Not that I know of. I don't believe so.
So there was no police injuries?
There were no police injuries in this, no.
So maybe you can just kind of walk us through, I guess, what will be happening in the next stage of this process as the process moves forward, Chief.
Okay, well, of course, the coroner will attend now, and we'll have to find the exact cause of death. There will be a full investigation by our major crime unit, and there will also be oversight by another police agency that will be assigned by the Department of Justice. And the full report will be forwarded then to Department of Justice, and they'll review the entire file.
When it comes, I guess, to the issues of public safety, quite the large parameter that was put around this home, maybe you can just walk us through, I guess, why such a large parameter was put in place.
Well, we believe that the suspect had possession of long-barreled weapons, and the last thing we wanted was him to engage with the police or anyone else in the neighborhood. So, safe to say, we wanted to make sure the neighborhood was safe and any schools in the area were safe. Just a safety precaution that we try to make sure that everybody is safe.
Yeah, and maybe can you explain a little bit more? I know police were telling that some cameramen that were there that they should not be reporting or recording some of the incidents that were happening for safety of the investigation or what was happening. Can you describe to us a little bit more why that was?
No, I can't comment on that. I don't know what the officer would have said or what his reasoning would have been.
It said a person was located with a long-barreled firearm and officers engaged the suspect. Did they engage him pretty much right away? Do you know that? The moment they saw him?
I don't know. I don't have the details on that.
Chief, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the public in regards to this incident and I guess the investigation that will follow?
I would just like to say that, it's never a happy occurrence when police officers have to use lethal force. It will be fully investigated, not only by our own service, by an independent observer as well. And we'll have a full investigation done, and we'll be able to relay to the public exactly what happened in due course.
Can you tell us anything about, I guess, the deceased male in regards to age or anything along those lines?
I have no information at all. He was only found at 4:30. The coroner's there right now, and we're trying to identify who the person is.
Can I ask why RCMP were called in?
We needed some extra support for the perimeter. We had some other issues that were going on at the city as well this afternoon at the courthouse. We had to take care of some security there, and we asked for their support. When it first came in, we didn't know exactly how many shots were fired. The person was firing it at people outside the house, so just on the safe side, we asked the RCMP to help us.
My apologies, Chief. Did you say that this individual was firing shots at people outside of the home?
No, we didn't know if he was. We didn't know if he was firing shots or not, and that's why we asked the RCMP to assist us, because we had other calls that were happening in the city as well that were straining our resources.
Chief, homeowner's son said there were two males in the house. Can you confirm that?
No.
Anything else that you would like to add or anything that you can provide us in regards to information at this point in time?
No, I think it's under investigation. Like I say, this is all very preliminary. The facts I've given you now may change a little bit once we get to right to the root of the investigation. But I think it's incumbent upon the chief to keep everybody informed, especially when there is a police-related shooting in the city of Saskatoon.
What happens just for the rest of the night? Is it sort of, are they going to continue to comb over the house? Is the perimeter going to be taken down?
The perimeter will be secured. Our forensic team is there right now, and of course the coroner is there as well.
And how long can we expect? Is that perimeter going to block traffic or anything like that? How long can we expect?
I would suspect traffic will be back to normal within a short period of time. We'll want to secure the house mainly.
And maybe you could talk just a little bit about, I guess, what the main purpose of the forensic team on scene, over the next couple of hours would be. What kind of information are they trying to collect, or what kind of evidence are they trying to collect?
Well, we'd have to comb through the house to see what was disturbed in the house. Are there any fingerprints, any DNA in the house, shells that were fired from the weapons? We want to try to reenact the scene as best we can.
What happens to the SPS member that fired the weapon? Are they from here on out?
They would be given a 1 or 2 days off. We don't want them to come back to work right away. I've spoken to both members, so the deputy chiefs. They seem fine right now, but I think that's one of the last things any police officer ever wants to be involved in, is because you're always going to second guess your actions. It is a tough situation for our officers.
How many people or how many officers, I should say, were in the house at one point?
I don't know the information on that right now.
And you said that it was 2 officers who were involved in the shooting, or 2 officers who had actually discharged their firearm?
I don't know how many officers were discharged. I believe there was 2, but I don't know for sure. Okay, thank you for coming down tonight.
Thank you.